Hey, friends. I'm going to just make sure that hopefully the lighting's okay. You guys know I'm technically challenged when it comes to um, doing these streams into the group. So this is how it's going to be. But know that if you're in the coaching circle, our coaching calls and any one-on-one stuff is all done via everybody knows how to use Zoom things, right? So I'm just going to make sure I can see myself over here. So as you guys know, I have over here that I am looking into, and I have down here that I have to look at my comments because I'm not sure if I can see comments on here. And I see that there is an old, whoops, I don't know how to change that. So you're going to see on here, it says head to bjtmarketing.com to grab it. That is not going to take you anywhere. Everything leads back to this group here. So just so you know, if you need the guide that it's talking about, the 15 ways to make money online, make sure that you let me know in the comments, message me, post it, whatever. I'll make sure that you get that newest guide. I also have a new freebie. So first off, I want to start off by talking about, there we go. I make sure I can see here and that I can hopefully see comments as they come over here. If you can see and hear me okay, make sure that you give me a thumbs up or a hey, a hello, anything. Hit that like and love button if you're getting comments out of things, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching it on the replay, because that helps to make sure that I am hitting the different points that you want to actually hear about, right? So we are in February. This is crazy, right? Like, for it to even be 2025, first off. Second, for us to already have made it through the first month. Although I've heard a lot of people say that they feel that January was like 3 months long. So I don't know about that. Let me know what you feel. If time's flying by or if it seems to be dragging on this time. But regardless, we are moving through into 2025. And I know a lot of people and some of the clients that I've been working with in the circle, they are into year one. So I have some of them that are just starting out. I have some of them that have been into online marketing and affiliate marketing since 2022. I have people that are starting and shifting from what they were doing to something completely new. They're pivoting from what they were doing and going, I'm done and over with that, and I'm moving into something brand new and putting my focus on here. You guys know that I definitely feel that you have to put a main focus somewhere, If you are working more than 2 businesses at the same time, I'm hoping that you have been in the online or virtual space or doing whatever you're doing for at least one of them for a good solid at least 6 months, 6 to 12 months before you start adding in that second income stream. Okay. Now, I want to say that doesn't mean affiliate marketing and I can't expand on who or what products I'm offering to my email list, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I have this business up and running and I know that it is income generating for me. So now that it's established, I understand what I need to be doing. I see consistent leads coming in or consistent sales coming through, right? Now I've decided, I also want to add something completely different, right? So that may be I'm working as an affiliate marketer over here. And now I'm going to start offering my own handmade products on Etsy or, whatever it may be. I'm talking about bringing something completely different into the mix. Even though when you are working on one thing, for those of us like me that have the squirrel brain, right? We need to make sure that we're staying focused on the lanes that we're using. So not just going, I think I heard this today over here. Maybe I'll try this. And I watched this guru over here today and maybe I'll try that. And this piece of information out of one of the 8 different courses that I bought, maybe I'll try and implement that, right? Like that is just way too squirrely, way too out there, way too not focused. And you need to bring that in. And I can tell you that I work with, it wasn't until I started working with my own mentor that I was able to bring my squirrels into alignment and finally see some real big traction when it came to, okay, this is the step I need to be doing. Now I can implement, right? Because having the information, having the knowledge is wonderful. You can sit there for 3 years and gather all the information, whether it's paid information or whether it's information that you've gotten from one particular course, or maybe you went Googling or YouTubing or whatever it is, and you gathered your information. You understand what it is that you need to be doing. You understand the steps that it takes, but you're really not sure on the implementation, and or a lot of times these go hand in hand, and or you are aware of the steps that you need to take and you know what the journey looks like, but you just got a squirrel brain like me, and it takes you to all the, some people call it shiny object syndrome, right? Like it takes you to all the different things, because as an entrepreneurial mindset, a marketing mindset, you see the opportunity in everything and you want to take advantage of that, right? But there are so few people, only a very, very small percentage of people that really gain ground and can make sustainable, maintainable income online, whether that is promoting somebody else's product or your own, right? Or resale or whatever it is. Creating and generating an income online takes discipline. It takes motivation, and it takes being able to stay on a consistent path for a long enough period of time for you to see success. When we get into that valley of despair, right? It's like, oh, I'm starting this out. This is fun and exciting. And I got my few couple sales. Maybe that's from your best friend and your mom, who knows, right? But I got my first couple sales. And this is great. And oh, I'm seeing some leads come in, but the sales aren't following if you're affiliate marketing for high ticket, right? Those kind of things. And then we get into the valley, like, man, this is a lot of work. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. This is actually not going to be, I only get to work 10 hours a week and make $10,000 a month, right? Not in the beginning. Not in the beginning. You have to put in the work in the beginning, which means that you have to learn how to stay focused. And I am on the back end of creating my, cause again, I call it squirrel brain, right? Like, squirrel. The squirrel focus system, which obviously is an acronym that we're going to go over and kind of lean into to help give you tools that are going to allow you to move through every single day in your business, knowing this is what needs to be done. And this is how I can go about handling. Okay, I sat down to work. I got to check my emails. And now it's been an hour and a half later and I'm sitting here watching, squirrels on water skis. What happened, right? All of that is able to kind of be brought in. And of course, if you're working with me within the Inner Circle coaching program, we have weekly live sessions that we can rein everything in, that you can get all the help that you need, all that good stuff too. So in this, I kind of want to start it off with that, is the focus. And I take these things in the power hours and go over things that I have talked about with other business owners, online business, workers, self-employed people, whatever you want to call yourself, as well as clients. And people that just send me questions on Messenger, right? Like I'm there to help, or in here, I'm here to help and give you all the guidance and information that I can to direct you, to the best places that you can find information, that you can learn information, whether that's free, whether that's paid, whatever it is, so that you can actually start generating and maintaining online income. Like, Gen X does not know, and I'm part of Gen X, does not know how to give up. And that's a good thing. But it's also something that can raise a lot of stress and raise a lot of frustration, because we will keep holding on to something that we should have let go of to be able to pivot. Or we feel that, and it's not even just Gen X, but we feel that we have put so much time and effort into this thing, and this is the way that so-and-so told me is the way to do it. And I have to just keep beating the horse until it gets up and goes that way. And if you were just to shift whether that be a shift in mindset, whether that be a shift in priorities, whether that be a shift in the software that you're using, in the funnel choices that you're making, in even maybe getting hung up on the techie stuff. And it's time to say, you know what, let's poo-poo all that, right? And move into something else, where leaving the few dollars over here, because I've spent this money and I need to make sure that I utilize what I spent this money on, because this is the way it's supposed to work, right? As compared to, and holding on to that and not making the dollars, because you're holding on to the few amount of dollars instead of letting go of the little amount of dollars to be able to pivot and move forward and to be able to actually prosper. So you let go of the little money to make the big money, right? Okay. So that's where these kind of things come from. So I am going to tell you one of the best things that I have learned in my 15 years of being in online business. I'm going to tell you this phrase that I always, in fact, I have it taped here on my wall. And it's been there for like 5 years. I shared it in a group business coaching session last week or the week before, and it was like it brought so many light bulbs to people that were there, and it wasn't my coaching program, but it brought so many light bulbs that I was like, oh, I didn't realize that people couldn't break it down this easy into one sentence. It's a longer sentence, but one sentence that will change the game for you. If you understand this sentence and you implement what's in this sentence, you will get leads and sales, hands down. So I'm going to tell you that before the end of our power hour. So give me a thumbs up, a hello, hit the like and love button. Of course, if you get value out of this, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching me live here, so I know that I'm not babbling to myself. I hope that I can babble to myself all day long. That doesn't matter. But I want to make sure that people on the other side are hearing me, because again, technologically challenged when it comes to Zooming into the group directly. I will figure it out though. And my phone over here is always saying slow connection. So I'm not exactly sure what that means. So, okay. The next thing I want to talk about is I got a great question piggybacking off of last week's power hour, which was about, I kind of went on about email, right? Why you should have your own email list, why you should be building your own email list. So then what happens when you have built your email list, and now what do I do with it? Great question. What do you do with your email list? So one, you could do a couple different things, right? One, you just hold on to that email list so that in the future, if you need to contact them, your client base, say again, TikTok gets banned, right? And you have all of your contact information, all of your customers, your following is there, and they can no longer access you there. You can reach out to every single one of them, at least those that have given you their email address at one point or another, and you can get a hold of them and say, hey, just so you know, I'm over on Facebook now, or I'm over on Blue Sky now, or I'm over on wherever you decide to go, your own platform, school, whatever, Kajabi. So that you can make sure that they can follow you, so that they can access you. And you can send that out every day for a month if you need to, because those people that are following you and have opened it and have gotten over to where you're at are like, okay, I get it. Like you can let them know in every email, like I'm going to send this out for 30 days. So, or you can put it on the end of every other email or whatever you want to do, right? So you can contact your client base. Most important thing, you own your email addresses, your email list. So you have to make sure that you're building one just for that reason alone. Number two is that you can use your email list, especially if you work affiliate marketing. Even if you don't, if you're, into whatever else, you can use it for affiliate sales. So we know that when we post on social media, things that have outside links off of the platform get poo-pooed to a degree, right? So if you have affiliate links like, hey, this is a great something or another that I found, this great kitchen knife, blah, 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 and I'm going to leave my link in the comments, right? Or you put your code to be able to get them to look in the comments, because we know that, right, as well. And that link is going to take them off of that platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, the Tickety, whatever it is, right? It's going to take them off of the platform. They are not going to share that out as readily as a link that takes people deeper into the platform, which means this is why you now see the majority, if not all, of my links will lead back to this Facebook group. Because if I'm on Facebook as my profile or on a business page and I share my group link, Facebook is not going to think twice about that. Because what am I doing? I'm taking a public, right? And I'm bringing them deeper into Facebook by bringing them into a group, by taking the masses, right? And bring it into, so they're going to promote that more. And then it also allows that cycle to happen where people know where to find you, right? And then I know somebody said to me as we were in discussion about this with a one-on-one, and they said, well, what happens when that person isn't on Facebook? Well, if that person isn't on Facebook, they probably will not have come across me because Facebook is my base place, because my demographic for what I promote is on Facebook. So you go where your audience is, right? Facebook is my base place. So therefore, I am going to have people come into my Facebook, and my Instagram is going to lead to my Facebook, which is going to lead to the Facebook group here, right? Because it's all meta. And if you have IG, you probably have FB, and the other way around, right? They're connected, even though you may not use one or the other as much. But Facebook is made for communities. So when you are bringing people into your group, you don't have to worry about your link. And then inside your group is where you actually are going to promote whatever it is that you want, connect with people. This is your party, right? Your group should be your party, which means that you are getting information out and talking. You are allowing people to connect. The people are creating their own interactions and connections within the group as well, right? That's what you do at a party. When you go to a birthday party, the host, or Christmas party, any party, the host doesn't stand up and talk at everybody all at once, right? No, they go around and they talk individually to people, and other people are mingling as well. That's what a Facebook group should do for you. And you can make sure that the people that are interested in what you have to promote or offer in your products or services are in your Facebook group. Because why would they be in there if that's what they're not there for, right? If they're not interested in what it is that you're promoting or providing, there's no reason for them to even be in your Facebook group. So that's kind of a side caveat to all that. So getting into having that email list, which again puts it into the cycle. So an email list again is beneficial because you can get people from your email to your Facebook group, right? So they sign up maybe for a freebie, maybe they get into the group, and in the group, when they go to get into the group, it asks for their email so that you can provide them with, some goodie. And they give you their email address so that then if you say you're on YouTube, right, and you do videos on YouTube, you have that availability to add that into your circle, your ecosystem, if you will, of your marketing universe, right? The ecosystem of it all. So it gives you a really good way to be able to direct your traffic and not have to be all over the place all the time. Again, any of the platforms can be taken away from us at any time when it comes to social media. If you own it, that's different, right? So that's number 2 of a reason why having your own email address or email list is going to be beneficial. So then, okay, great. What do I do with the email list then? I have it, right? 1, you can hold on to it just so that you can be able to contact people. 2, you're going to send out monthly newsletters, if you will, that, let's call it a newsletter, right? Or an update, whatever you want to call it, that you are able to, or weekly or whatever you decide that you can handle, but you just want to be consistent with it. start out less in the beginning. If this, if it's not your full-time job, if it's your full-time job, you should be sending out at least one email a week. Okay. Personal preference, I suppose. Again, you do you. You always should do for your business what you feel most comfortable with and what you feel that is sustainable for you, right? So if it's once a month, start out with once a month. If it's once a week, start out with once a week. If it's free 3 times a week, do it 3 times a week. If it's daily, do it daily, whatever works for you, right? But when you are sending out these things, you can send them out in 2 different ways. You can send them out as, this is the opportunity, the offer, the thing that I have to sell, right? My service or, whatever. You can send it out as a sales newsletter, or a sales email, right? Which is normally like a newsletter. This is the new things that are coming out. This is the new program that you can sign up for. But in those emails, no matter what kind of emails, I'm going to talk about 3 different kinds, which will give you 6 emails a month to send out without even thinking about it, twice a week, right? Or more, depending on how you want to rotate it out. But you can use that to promote your products or services. It's flat out asking for the sale, reminding people, hey, this is what I do. And these are the different options that I have for you to be able to work with me. And these maybe have some testimonial in them about some transformation of some other client if you're coaching. It may have sales that you know about if you're an affiliate marketer. It may have discount codes that you can provide for your products and services that you are promoting as an affiliate, right? Like if you're an affiliate for, LMNT, they're going to give you your own discount code that you can add in there to be able to give to your people so they can get an extra 10% off your first order or whatever, right? So you can put that in your emails. You can put those different things, right? So that if you're an affiliate marketer, you should always be putting affiliate links into your emails. So that would be kind of reminding people of what you do. Those are one type of email. Reminding people of what you do. Hey, this is what I do. Like, people didn't know for the longest time that I have one-on-one sessions until I started putting them out in the emails, right? And then they get booked up. Or that I do done for you tech. People didn't know that until I put it in an email and it got booked up, right? So making sure that you remind people what you do, because people don't wait on your every word, right? They don't wait for your next video. They don't wait for your next post. They don't wait for anything like that. And the algorithm on social medias do not work in our favors. Email gets your name in front of people's eyes as many times as you want to send them. Whether or not they open the email is irrelevant, because it still gets your name in front of their eyes. And when they are finally looking for something and they're thinking like, oh, I wanted, this. And they're like, oh, that's right. I remember I got this, Betty offers done for you tech. So I want to go check out what's available, right? So even though they're not opening every single one, you're still getting that real estate, which is in front of their eyeballs, as compared to hoping that the algorithms on social media put you in front of your audience. Okay. So that's one kind of email. Second kind of email is tools. So if you are running an online business, or if you are, no matter what it is, right? Obviously you're running an online business, or you're self-employed. Some people get really scared of when I say an online business, and they're like, whoa. I don't want a business. Like, I just want to make some money online. I get that. And I call it all as an umbrella term, online business. I've tried to start using online income now, just because that graduates into self-employed, hobbyist, and business, right? Because marketing is the same for all of it. So, and being able to have that focus and that drive to stay straight in your lane, right? To have like that driver for you to go, okay, this is a good idea. I'm not going to tell you XYZ what to do, because everything is so individualized. I want to get my eyes on your business. What are you doing? on your adventure, on your journey. What are you doing? How can I help you? And how is it going to best fit into your lifestyle? Right? That's the main thing. I can say you should be sending 3 emails a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday should be this, Wednesday should be this, and Friday should be that. And I know you all have seen advertisements for people that say, I've got the best posting, whatever. And the thing is that if that doesn't work for you, it's not going to work for you, right? If that doesn't correlate into what your lifestyle is and you don't have the time to do that because you're still working a full 9 to 5, then that's not something that I can say is going to work for you. So that's why we get eyes on your own business. So the second type of email type that you can do is tools. So whatever your niche is, whoever it is that you are selling to or offering your services or products to, what tools could they be using that would help them in whatever they're attempting to do? Okay, so if you are in the weight loss niche, you're a weight loss coach, you are an affiliate marketer for weight loss products, whatever it is, what tools can you give to them that they will be able to utilize to help them on their path and they will find value in it? So again, this could be an affiliate product, right? It could be if you are working as, for example, if I'm in coaching and I say, well, we need to get something where we will make sure that you have an idea and a process and a visual of what I should be or what I could be promoting on my posts and how often, right? We look into your business. So one of the tools that I'm going to tell people about is Trello. And I'm going to help you set up a Trello if that's what you need within the circle, right? I'm going to set up the Trello, but I'm going to tell you about Trello because I think Trello is amazing and I use it myself. It's free and it keeps things so organized once you, right? Like to set it up. It keeps things so organized. I use my Trello, this is Trello.com. I use it. I'm not an affiliate for it or anything. I have used it for years and it's amazing. So you can offer that. Do you make anything off of that? If you're an affiliate for Trello, you definitely could. Is it going to be one of those pushy sales things? It's not, because you are offering a free something, right? And this could be you create a new freebie, but it's not an opt-in freebie, although you could be creating or using it as an opt-in freebie as well. So you kind of double hit that, right? So when you create something new, like I have the new Squirrel Focus system coming out, that is going to become a lead magnet at some point. But I am going to offer that in my email list to my email listers first as a freebie, as a tool. Right? Like if your squirrels are all over the place in your head, here's the Squirrel Focus system. Here's what you can do to be able to make sure that you stay like not unsquirreled, right? Put them back in their cages. But then, so I've created a tool. I've given it to my email list. They now trust me a little bit more, right? Because I'm giving them something. I'm not asking anything for it. I'm not even asking for your email address. I'm not asking anything from your email list. Obviously, you wouldn't be asking, but I'm not asking for $1. I'm not asking anything. Here is a tool that you can use. I think it's really going to help you. Maybe it is a YouTube video that you did not make. You can still share other people's stuff. Right? And say, hey, I came across this, maybe it's an article on Medium or a YouTube video or what a thing, I don't know what you call it, on Reddit, a thread, right? Or whatever. You can share those as well, giving people tools that they can utilize that will help them on their journey of whatever it is. Right? So if you're a travel advisor, maybe there is a cool tool that will tell you all of the, prices for airlines, right? Going to certain destinations that a lot of people don't know about. Or maybe there's a, somewhere that you find where it tells you how to pack close properly or most efficiently or in the least amount, most effectively, I guess I would say, right? Like you could offer those things. Again, first to your email list. You don't ever have to make it into a freebie or a lead magnet if you don't want to, but you can then create a new lead magnet down the road, right? With it. So tools, that's the second type of email that you could create. Again, one, reminding people what you do, because people don't see everything that you do. They don't know all the things that you provide and do unless you tell them the opportunities that they have to purchase from you or to, to work with you. So one, reminders of what you do. Two, the different types of tools that you have available, whether you've created them or whether you're just sharing them. It could even be, here's a great book that I read, and it really helped me in this one thing. And I think that it's a great asset for anyone that's that's trying to eat low carb, should go buy Ending Carb Confusion or whatever it is, right? That's a tool. You're not asking them for anything directly. You're just directing them saying, hey, I've got this. I want to share it with you, right? More trust, more like. You like people that give you free stuff, right? Although it doesn't have to be free, you could say, I don't use, what's it called? The calendar, Calendly. I don't use it, but I use this to organize or to make sure that people can find out what times I have available or whatever. They have a free trial. You should go over there, check it out, see if it's something that you like. Now, in the end, they may end up signing up for it. If you're an affiliate for it, great. If you're not, you've still given them something that you actually feel is going to be useful to them. And they're going to know that. They're going to know that you just didn't send them there to try and make, a 1% commission off of them, right? Okay. The third type is, and this is the best. This is the most popular. This is the one that will get you more sales conversions than anything. And it is stories. Believe it or not, it's stories, because people want to invest their time of reading their emails into something that is going to give them value, make them feel good, make them feel understood. And when I give you this one sentence that is going to ensure that you are making sales and or commissions, right? You'll understand where it ties in together. So stories, and I tell this story all the time. A couple years ago, we had a rogue corn stalk grow in my backyard. It just started growing, and I posted about it. So and you wouldn't believe the engagement that I got on social media and in my emails, because I sent it there too, about this corn stalk. We only had one corn stalk. I was going to make sure we got some corn cobs. So I researched, what did I have to do to fertilize a corn cob? Right? Like all of these things. People got very invested. I put pictures in every week of the corn stalk, or every 2 weeks of the corn thing growing. I went through the picking of the corn cobs, the peeling of them, right? The cooking of them, the eating of them, everything. I don't think, even to this point, and through the 12 years, 15 years that I've been working online business, that I've ever had an email campaign work as well as that one did. The open rates were like 60%. It was crazy. And in each one of those, because I was telling the story, right, of what am I doing? People get invested in, what are you doing next, right? What happened here? We, got a new cat called Mr. Hairy Butts. I'm sure you've seen him. And my husband got him from his family's auto body business, right? It was a stray cat. It was a kitten. He didn't see the mom for a couple of years. Like, I got to bring this cat home. We already have 2 cats. We brought this kitten home. And it was this whole journey of him. And people still email or message me and say, hey, how is Mr. Butts? Just because I've shared that, right? So they get invested in the stories. And they also can take a breath from saying, oh, not being sold anything. Not being told anything. But here's the thing. you can, in your stories emails, always have affiliate links in there. And they're kind of just peppered into your story, right? So I went and got, this corn stalk that we had. I went like that because it was right out there, outside the window. We went and had to originally transplant this corn stalk from where it was growing in a pile of garbage, basically, from doing some fencing, into where we ended up planting it, right? So I showed the, how we had to dig it out, this and that. And you can always pepper your stories with your affiliate links by using things in the story to go back to affiliate. So for example, if I needed to put some kind of fertilizer on it, right? Like, I made sure that I put some fertilizer on it the first time when we planted it, or I made sure that I put peat moss or whatever in the hole before we put it in, right? And in that story, that part is just highlighted. I'm sure you've all gotten these kinds of emails that little wordage is highlighted, and when you click on it, it takes you over to Amazon where it has the fertilizer, right? Or a page, or however your Amazon affiliate, is done up. So you use all of the different things that you're talking about as latch keys, if you will, to be able to also put your affiliate links in there. But the email itself is not about selling. If you don't have one affiliate link in there, that's great. On the bottom of all of my emails, it will say, work with me, right? Underneath, it'll say, work with me, and it will have message me or, whatever. So it's always there. And if it's always there, people realize that it's there, but it becomes something that, like, if you were to put something in plain view for a long time and not make it a point to focus on it, it becomes just something that's there. The pictures of my grandkids on my refrigerator in the kitchen, those are just something that's there. They've become background visuals, right? Like, I don't put attention to them, but I know if I want to go and look at Maymay's face, I can go there and it's going to, right? Like, it will bring your attention back to where is it that I can find what I need. So if you always have a footer at the bottom of your emails, then people will come to realize that, I know that it's there. It's always there. It never changes. It's always there. But now, yeah, you know what? I can't figure out my tech or whatever it is, and I want to ask Betty about it. And, I'll go at the last email that I have and click on that link, and it's going to take you right to me, right, to be able to message me, whatever questions that you have. So the third kind, is stories. People get invested in you that way. They know you that way. Now you've got the know, the like, and the trust. Right? And that, as we all know, people are not going to buy from people that they don't know, like, and or trust. I mean, I suppose you could, do a Facebook ad and people get scammed all the time for their $19.99, hot tub on Facebook ads, right? That scrolls through and you have no clue who it is and people don't even look. So yeah, there are those people that will do that kind of thing. But again, when you're working for creating your own ecosystem, creating your own universe, virtual universe, if you will, to fill with people that are there to work with you or to purchase your product or services, whatever it is, right? You want to make sure that you have those things. So let me know if that makes sense. Give me a 1 if that resonates with anyone, that we need to make sure we have that know, like, and trust. And now, what can I do with my email? Great, you keep telling me I need to get my email addresses and I'm getting them now, but what the hell am I supposed to do with them? Well, those are things that you can do with your emails. You can hold on to it. You can actually use it for a newsletter that is like, hey, this information, right? Thank you, Michelle. Hello. you can use it for, this is the sale, this is the new items, these are clearance items, this is, right, if you want to do that. You can use it for your stories emails. So if you are thinking, what am I supposed to do with email? How do I even start? If you do 2 story emails, 2 tool emails, and 2 reminding people of what you do emails every month, you don't have to try and think of things to write in your emails. And you don't have to worry about coming off as every email that I get is salesy, or every email that I get is just her babbling about this corn stalk thing, right? Whatever it is. You can put a little bit of spice into each one from the other types, but you have one main purpose. And those 3 types of emails are going to get you more interaction than just not knowing what to do, or if you're just always sending emails of the adventures of something, right? But then you never actually tell people or give them the opportunity to be able to work with you or purchase whatever it is that you're offering or promoting, then you're leaving money on the table without a doubt. Okay. And again, Michelle, I know you are in Inner Circle with me. So as we move forward, I know we talked about this on our last one-on-one as well. So hopefully that gives you some kind of more stuff to think about. Okay. So then let's talk about the last thing or the first thing that I said, or what this is about. There is one sentence, and again, it's a little bit longer, but there's one sentence that you can use and you can refer to, that if you have these things down pat, if you refer to it and you actually implement these things, there is no way that you cannot get sales or clients or emails or whatever it is that you're looking to get. So you ready? It is, people will do anything for those that encourage their dreams, justify their failures, ally their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. That's it. And I told you that I have it taped. Here's my little tape. It's been 5 years. Looks just like that. And it's on my wall because I refer to it in everything that I do. So let's go through it. People will do anything. People, of course, being those people that you want to attract to yourself, right? You want to sell or work with. People will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, right? So if you're working with somebody or you're talking to your messaging, right? And let's say you are, you're a weight loss coach or something, and you want to help people lose weight, okay? People will do anything for those who encourage their dreams. I know that you can do it. I know that you can lose the weight. I know that it's hard, but I know that you can do it without a doubt. Like, there's no reason that, like, you could do it. You can lose your 10 pounds in the next month. Totally can do that. Encourage their dreams. Justify their failures. I get that you couldn't do it last time because you were left feeling alone, because you love carbs, because you actually ended up not eating enough. You were starving and you couldn't do it anymore. Like, I understand. I get it. Justified their failures. Ally their fears. You don't want it to get any worse. You don't want to not start now, and then 6 months from now or a year from now, you haven't lost any weight, or gosh forbid, put on even more. And then you're like nowhere or even one step back. Like, you don't want that to happen. You want to make sure that you're around for a long time for your family members. Ally their fears. Next, confirm their suspicions. You can lose weight while eating all the things that you love. Totally can. Haha. I knew that there was a way that I could lose weight and still eat my carbs. or still eat my chocolate ice cream or whatever it is, right? You've confirmed their suspicions. They knew it all along. They were just waiting for that missing piece. What is that missing piece? Right? And lastly, you help them throw rocks at their enemies. Well, the reason that you couldn't lose weight previously is because the people that you were dealing with, or the group that you were in or whatever, the people that you were dealing with, they haven't learned from the newest study that's out. You're not being mean. You're not dissing another company. You're not talking bad about anything else. You can be polarizing. That's a good thing, right? But you're standing on affirming that the enemy at this point is the people that she or he, this person, had been working with previously that just didn't understand. So now, if we go through it again, you have encouraged their dreams. You can do it. Justified their failures. I understand that it's so hard when you can't eat carbs. Like, you want to eat what you want to eat. Ally their fears. You don't want to be 10 pounds heavier 6 months from now and then got to work even harder at it. You don't want to be dead at 74 and not see your grandson graduate, right? Confirm their suspicions. You absolutely can lose weight while still eating pizza and chocolate cake. I knew it. And help them throw rocks at their enemies. You couldn't do it with the people or the way that you were doing it before because they didn't understand the newest studies. They didn't understand whatever it is. Now, in doing that, in working through that sentence, and it works with any niche, with any product, with any service, with any everything, it works with everything. You just have to sit down and figure it out. And again, if you're in the inner circle, coaching, one-on-one, whatever, we work through it together, right? To make sure you understand, because once you have this set out and you understand, you have content for years. First off, content for years. You don't even have to think about content anymore. Like, what am I supposed to do? You don't even have to think about it. You just look at your sentence, what you have written down through the worksheet that we go through, or on your own, right? What you have looked at and figured out, and you say, that's what I'm going to post about today. That's what I'm going to send my email about today. Not only does it give you content, you no longer have to think about what should I be doing for content. Boom, it's there. You've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things to pick from every day if you wanted to. It also puts you in the position as the expert to the person that you are speaking to the client, to whatever it is that you are speaking to. Because sales happen in the DMs, right? Sales happen in the conversations. Sales don't happen from your sales page. Remember last week's screw the sales funnel? Sales, don't expect sales from a sales page. And that sounds crazy to say, but it's the truth. You'll get a way higher conversion in conversations and in the DMs, which obviously are conversations, right? So if you stick to that sentence, give me a like or a love or something to let me know that maybe that was an aha moment. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe you're like, yeah, Betty, I knew that. Duh. That has been what I've been going off of for years. And I've been able to successfully work online since 2009, exclusively online since 2017, just by having that sentence over there so that I can look at it and go, what am I going to post about today? What am I going to talk about today? What am I going to do today? Boom, that's it. Which one of those am I going to hit on today? And when we're in conversations, if you've had conversations with me, you understand that that is the framework that I work off of. It's as simple as that. Hopefully, that was an aha moment for you. And I will make sure that I post that sentence in the comments below as well when I'm done here, because y'all know, technically challenged, I'm not going to try and do it now. So let me know if we got a couple minutes yet. Let me know if you have any questions. Post any questions that you may have that I can answer for you. Otherwise, we are back to doing the power hours on Mondays at 4 o'clock. They usually last about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how much I want to babble and how many side things, right? Squirrel brain, how many side tangents I go off on. Okay, I got to say one other thing. And this is completely just my own thing, right? You guys know, as a coach, I am here. I'm here to help you in every way possible. I also work affiliate marketing. I also have my own courses. I also have my own membership, like all of the things, right? But I've been doing it for a long time. So, I'm going to be your most laid back coach, right? Like I'm not going to come prim and proper. You are not going to see some, multi-million dollar fancy something behind me to try and go, oh, because I feel like the reason that most people, or I think the reason that everybody should be working their online business is for service to others. Yes, we want to make money in the process, but there's an enjoyment aspect to it for yourself. Like my resale shop, I do that because I enjoy the hunt for the treasures and I enjoy shopping. And this way I can do that and then turn around and resell and go over and do it all over again. And it just gives me joy all the time, right? So why would I not? And it also actually serves other people because oftentimes what I find are pieces of collections that they have been searching for this one last piece to complete the collection of the McDonald's figure mugs that they had when they were a kid or, whatever it is, right? So they get that satisfaction of that feeling of joy that, oh my gosh, I finally found this piece, right? So there's that. In my coaching business, I do that because I get so much joy out of seeing other people being able to succeed, and the light bulbs go off when I say what you have been taught previously worked previously. If you took a course in 2022 course worked in 2022, 2023, but it's not working anymore. Things are changing and evolving so fast with AI. You have to make sure that you keep updated. And what's nice is when you have somebody that you can reach out to, one, for the questions. Again, I get, one-on-one clients get direct access to me where they message me, like a text message comes over, a WhatsApp or Voxer or whatever, or a Facebook message, whatever is their favorite, right? Comes right to me and says, you know what? I was thinking about adding this into the freebie instead, or I was thinking about changing all of my colors from, pink and purple to blue and teal, or whatever. What do you think? To have somebody to be able to reach out like that is priceless to me. Is priceless to me. And I feel that I want to provide it. It has been priceless to me. It's been able to keep my squirrels right? And I'm learning from my mentor, who is 7 stages ahead of me. But the things that I'm learning there get trickled down to you guys. So it's a win-win all the way around, right? So I love to be able to service people that way. That is one of the reasons. So yes, the income is great, but if you're focusing on the money, if you're focusing on just the income, you're probably going to be struggling because it'll show. It'll show in what you're doing. It'll show that you're using. I can go through and scroll on Facebook, which I tend not to do these days, but can scroll on Facebook and I can recognize and point out the people that learned something in the marketing from 2022 and they're still using, or 2021, and they're still using those tactics in their marketing, and it's just not working. And the last thing, since it doesn't seem anybody has questions, I'm not getting anything across. So if I miss something, I will make sure that I come back and respond to it after everything shuts down. And now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the other thing is that social media has changed, especially Facebook. So I don't want people to get discouraged when they are putting up their posts and they're not getting the likes and the loves and things like that. But they're still getting interaction on it, even the comments, right? So A year ago, I could put up a post and I would have 100 comments or 100 hearts or maybe 50 or 60, like likes and loves or, whatever it was. That's not the same anymore. What you are seeing is a lot more engagement on the backside, and people aren't as, I want to say, front side forward in their comments and things. So it's kind of switched over for me, where I used to get a lot of comments, likes and loves on the posts that I would put up, but I wouldn't get a whole lot of back end conversation or messaging, right? Or whatever the call to action was. I would get like, oh, post something up, and you would get, a couple years ago, you would get, 50 people saying whatever your code word is that you put down, or your trigger word that you wanted it, right? Like me, I want it, give it to me, whatever it was, right? It's flipped for me. And I think for a lot of people that I'm speaking with, and when it comes to those 7-figure earners and stuff too, it's flipped, where now you don't see as many comments, likes, and loves on the posts themselves. There's a lot more going on the backside. I get 5, 7, 8 messages a day. Instead of looking at, oh, look, I got 1 or 2, which was the norm like a year ago. Now 5, 6, 7 coming into my messenger that I can connect with that way. And I would much rather, again, the sales are going to happen in the conversations. People need to speak, especially if you have higher end products and services, right? Like they're going to want to, very rarely is somebody going to book a $15,000 coaching package with you without having ever spoken to you. It could happen without a doubt, but I don't think that that's the norm, right? So making sure that you're like not feeling like, oh, I put up this post and I'm not getting, and I can't show you because I can't share my screen, because again, I will on the Inner Circle coaching calls. Our office hours are on Fridays at, I can't remember what time I put down, but I can share my screen there because we're on Zoom and actually show you what I'm talking about. But if you go into, I'm going to say Facebook again, because this is my hub and where I'm at. If you put up a post and you got like no likes and loves, or you got like 1 or 2 or whatever, no comments. But if you go into your professional dashboard and you look at, or even you click on the, it'll say insight right on the post when it's your post, right? It'll say view insights or something like that. It's blue. If you click on it, you will see the actual amount of people that interacted with your post. So making sure that there's a see more or a picture that they have to click on or something like that in your post these days, as compared to, I've got this new freebie, drop, Groundhog Day in the comments if you want me to reach out to you and grab it, right? Like, no, people are becoming much more savvy. They don't want the hurdles that they have to go through to be able to get what they want. They want it to be direct. Having that back end conversation is huge. And I love to share with you guys how that happens. So, okay, that's what I have. Any questions at all? I don't really see anything on this one. All right. With that, if you are interested in inner coaching, make sure that you get a hold of me, and I can get you all the information there. We can chat about it, post in, the comments here, or just hit me up on Messenger. Otherwise, we will see you next week, same time, Mondays, 4 o'clock Central. And of course, if you have questions or you want to share, I want this to be an active community where we can support each other, where we can ask the questions and get the answers. I'm in here every day looking to see if there's anything that's posted. So I'm in here at your disposal if you need me for that. Michelle, happy I stumbled upon you today. I always have good advice. I'm so happy that you did too. And I totally enjoy working with you. We have such a blast on those calls. Okay, perfect. We will see you next week then. Have an amazing rest of your week.